Hi Mom, it's Bird. I am going to make this video for you to show you how to make the Greek salad that you like so much. So here I have all the ingredients. Let me turn my phone. So here's all the ingredients I use. I have the Persian cucumbers. You need a whole container of these. I got these at Trader Joe's. And I think there's about, 6 Persian cucumbers. You need 1 red onion. You need some small tomatoes. I just got these. You can get other small tomatoes. You need feta cheese, and I got this at Trader Joe's. And then you need these, the Kalamata olives, which are pitted, okay? And you're basically gonna do it to taste and flavor. And then also you need some oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, okay? So I'm gonna turn off the video and turn it back on once I start cutting up the ingredients. Okay, Mom, so here we go. I'm gonna start cutting the cucumbers. You can basically cut them any way you want, but the way they were cut in the salad was I basically cut the ends off. You just cut them down the middle like this. And then you just kind of cut them in 4s like that. Let's cut this one. So you can go do that, and then you just cut them like this. And you can use, like I said, you can use the whole container, or you can use more or less. But the small Persian ones are good because they're sweeter, I think, than the English cucumbers. So I'm going to cut all of these up, and then I'm just going to, you just throw them into the bowl, okay? And then I'll be back after I'm done. I'll be back and I'll cut up the tomatoes. Okay, Mom, so here's the bowl of cucumbers. You can see I chopped them all up. Get your fingers out of there. So now what I'm going to do is cut these tomatoes. Now these are actually smaller than what I usually use. So you could get the bigger ones. They're really, as you can see, they're super tiny. But they're actually really sweet. So I just cut them in half and you just throw them in. So this is about, I don't know, 1/2 cup to 3/4 a cup. You can use like a whole cup of tomatoes. It's up to you. So I'm going to cut all of these up. I'm just going to have them and I'm throwing them in the bowl. Okay, so I'll cut all them up and then we'll come back and cut the onion. Okay, so Mom, here are all the tomatoes just cut up. So I used about, like I said, about 3/4 of a cup tomato. You can use more or less. Now I'm going to cut up the onion. You want to use the whole onion, okay? So I'll show you how I do it. I think you remembered. But yeah, you want to use, this is like a medium size? What do you say, medium size onion? Yeah. But make sure it's red. It has to be red. It can't be white. And it can't be yellow. It has to be red. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, so what you want to do, this is what I do. I just cut it in half. And again, in a 1/4, like that. And then you just slice it. You want to do it like pretty thin, like that, because you don't want them too thick. It'll be too strong. So you want to slice them pretty thin. And so you just keep, again, cut up the whole onion, slice it pretty thin. You want to do it in a 1/4, so they're like that. And then I'll put them in the bowl. So I'll cut all this up and then we'll come back and I'll crumble in the feta cheese. Oh no, I'll cut the Kalamata olives. Okay, Mom, here are all the onions sliced up, and I'm just going to stir it a little bit because it's really strong. There we go. So I'm just going to stir it in because it's super strong. You can cut the onions smaller if you want, but just make sure that they're thin, just because they're going to be too strong otherwise. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the Kalamata olives, and I would use about like 3, almost the whole jar. Okay, you can get them anywhere you want. Make sure that they're pitted. You just pull them out. Sophia, can you watch, please? Pull them out. I know. So you pull them out, and you're just going to cut them in half. Make sure that there's no pits. You'll run into big problems. So again, you can just pull them out and cut them in half. And like I said, you can use the whole jar if you want. You can use half the jar. They just add a lot of salt to to the salad, so it just depends on how much, you know, how salty you want it. Okay, so I'm going to cut these up and then I'll come back and crumble the feta cheese. Okay, Mom, so here are the olives cut. Now, I cut them lengthwise. You can cut them in half, but I usually cut them just the length of the olive because that's how Lisa does it. So again, I'm just going to stir it in. You can add, like I said, you can add more of whatever you want. I would probably add some more olives. I don't have any more, so I think I had 3/4 of the jar. So maybe using the whole jar, and this jar was your average jar of 5.5 ounces. So you could use the whole jar. I think there was probably 4 ounces in there, and you can see I think I would definitely add more olives. And maybe I can add a couple more tomatoes, but I'm going to start with the feta cheese. So here's, Sophia, can you bring it over here? So this is the feta cheese. I just got some light. You can use any feta cheese you want. Lisa loves to go to like the Armenian markets and get the feta cheese there because it's really rich. So, but you know, get it wherever you can. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to open it, and you want to use the entire block of feta cheese. So this is 8 ounces of cheese. I'm going to use all 8 ounces. So I would suggest, again, don't use less just because you want it really cheesy. And you just take it and you're just going to crumble it right inside like that.
Sounds really gross.
It sounds gross. And keep crumbling, crumble it. That's all you do is you just crumble. Okay, let me wash my hands. Then you take your olive oil. You're just gonna do, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. I'm just gonna put it on here. And then you're gonna take, back down there. You're gonna take,
looks like butter on popcorn.
I got some balsamic vinegar. Oh wait, that's fish and chip vinegar. We don't want that.
Don't use that.
Here's some red wine vinegar, some balsamic, whatever you got. Not white vinegar. And then you're just gonna do, again, put some on there, maybe 1/4 of a cup. Take some pepper in there. You can even use some red pepper as well. Take some, you got salt, whatever you have around, just put some salt on there. Michael has his, I don't know, special salt. I like, I'm gonna put a couple of these in if you don't mind. I like having some red pepper flakes in mine. I'm just gonna sprinkle probably maybe a 1/2 teaspoon, and then you mix it. And I would suggest letting it sit for, I don't know, ½ hour. I mean, I made the one for Christmas. I believe I made it at Karen's house. It sat for about 4 hours before people ate it because the cheese kind of breaks down. And, you know, again, it'll taste better when things are just kind of marinated in the olive oil and everything else. And I think that's it. Again, I think I might add a couple more tomatoes. I don't know, what do you think, Vee?
I don't know either.
Yeah. Oh, okay, because you were mentioning on it before. Okay, and that's basically it. So there it is. Ooh, my eyes are watering. So that's it. So if you have any questions, you just call me. And I hope you enjoy my first food video, especially made for you. Okay.